Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for April 26, 2016. For your Tuesday, we're going to have a frontal boundary that's going to be draped across mainly our northern areas. And because of that, here's your frontal boundary. Here, low pressure moving along that boundary. We could have a pretty big difference in temperatures from north to south across the coverage area. And temperatures down south here by Philadelphia could be upper 70s to near 80 degrees, whereas areas up near north by Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and places like that will be stuck in the barely getting into the 60s. So quite a difference in temperature, and that's because this frontal boundary is going to be moving south as this area of low pressure moves along it today. And because of the convective temperatures are going to be reached across our at least the southern half of our viewing area, we are going to allow for some thunderstorms. Might even get some few robust storms if it really gets going, but we're not really sold on that idea with any severe weather today. Not impossible, but we'll monitor it just in case. As we go over to the NAM high-res future simulator radar, we're going to start this off here at 5 a.m. just because I want to show you the remnants of precipitation that moved in overnight, affected mainly northeastern PA and off over to northern New Jersey. That will be moving out of here right around dawn, and then we think a line of showers and storms will get itself going by late morning. Now, this is looking at 11 a.m., and it looks pretty robust here on the radar in some spots. I wouldn't take this for granted, though. It could just end up being a weak area of showers just because these areas up here will not be very warm. I think if it gets going, it's going to be probably south and east of Harrisburg and over to Allentown, over to Newark. Get south and east of that area. I'd be worried a little, not worried, but if I just wanted to highlight an area, it would be right down in here where you could have a little bit more of some robust cells as this line moves southeast. But it does look pretty ominous here on the NAM future simulated radar here. This looking at, this is now 1 o'clock. This is 2 p.m. So you see this is coming in early. So it has an advantage by coming in early of limiting the severe potential. But once these storms start moving down to these areas here that are close to 80 degrees where those convective temperatures are reached, there is where we're worried about areas across southeastern PA, central southern New Jersey, and northern Delaware for having some cells that are a little bit more robust with gusty winds approaching severe limits, and also some small hail. That's also a possibility. Wherever these storms hit, you could have rainfall anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch if you get under one of these heavier cells. Otherwise, we're not looking at a lot of precipitation again, so it'll be a very hyper-local event. Here's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see a cell sitting right nearby Philadelphia, northeast Philadelphia, into interior southern Jersey here over to Burlington County. So we can see some big cells still starting to form. I can see that taking place if, in fact, these storms get going and do congeal into a line and are running into that more unstable atmosphere down here in southeastern PA, interior southern New Jersey, and Delaware. But you can see as the actual front moves through later in the evening, you just have some residual showers. And I think this is out of here pretty quickly, right around dinner time or maybe very shortly thereafter for our southern areas, and that's it. It's out of here. Going back to the global models here, we're going to go forward in time here. You see this front sagging to the south. And we're going to have high pressure movement here for Wednesday. That's going to be off to our north here, and that's going to allow for clearing to take place. Now, we do think that we're going to get into more showers as we get into Thursday, but I do think this holds off until probably the afternoon, except for southern areas. There was a question how far north this came, and the European model has continually moved this up further to the north now. So we're going to pretty much sold on the fact that most of the area will get into the rain here on Thursday. Still a question of the very far northern areas, how much you see there, but this does not look like a lot of rain again. Nothing overwhelming as we get into Thursday evening and see, for at least for central and southern areas here on this particular model, is showing the rain. GFS a little more aggressive farther north, so we'll just have to monitor that and see how that goes. But it looks like the majority of the day from late morning for our southern areas up through the afternoon and evening, it looks like we're going to get into some a round of rain here, and then that moves off pretty quickly. So Thursday night dries out. Might be a residual shower in the vicinity here Friday morning, but otherwise mostly cloudy. Still have an easterly flow that's going to be in place Thursday and Friday. We're actually going to be below normal, looks like, for a couple days, Thursday, Friday, because of that easterly wind, and that's going to allow for mostly cloudy skies on Friday and temperatures to stay below normal. Not a lot below normal, but just enough that it's still technically below normal for this time of year. And then we rebounded back to near normal for a little bit. As we get to Saturday, Saturday looks like a nice day. It's the pick of the weekend. as temperatures will get back to near normal. And we also have skies turn partly cloudy for a pretty nice day, maybe partly to mostly sunny, we'll call it here on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to have an increase in clouds, however, as this system from the west is starting to move in toward the area. Now, there's questions about timing of this, too. Here's looking at Sunday evening on this particular model. There's some that have it a little more aggressive farther east at this point. I would at least allow for increasing clouds on Sunday. It might stay dry most of the day. Might have some showers start coming in toward the evening with this next round of rain that's going to be coming in here in this association with this area of low pressure here. So we'll have a couple systems coming in to help alleviate some of these rainfall deficits that we've had. We certainly could use the rain. We're now in the growing season, so trees, flowers, grass, things like that, they all need water. And you don't want to get into the habit of doing artificial water. One, that's too expensive. And two, if we get too far of a drought, you won't be allowed to do that anyway. So let's get the natural rain in here, get a good base before the summer, before the heat and dry weather occurs that's expected over the summer. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for April 26, 2016. Have a great Tuesday.